Hi, this is Jack with RiteLogic. In the prior videos, I showed you how to add the basics of a project. Give your project a name, add the decision criteria that are important to helping you make your decision, and then ultimately adding the options, those things that you are trying to decide on. In a follow-up video, I showed you how to weight your criteria, comparing criteria against each other to determine ultimately how they would score in terms of most important all the way down to least important. And in the last video, I showed you how to score those options against those weighted criteria. And Shopify has risen to the top, not by much, but based on how we weighted those criteria, we've established that Shopify is the best fit for us. Now, in fairness to these commerce brands, I have totally made up these scores, and this does not reflect how they would actually measure up to these weighted criteria. But as an example, you can see how this fleshes out. Shopify is, in this case, the best for me. Now, let's say I want to begin to play with the data to see how it might change the outcome. So I can click on ease of use, for example. And in my prior exercise, I said that ease of use was somewhat more friendly, somewhat more important than SEO friendly. But let's say that I've decided as a group, I want to change that to equal to. Well, I can change it to equal to, and I can go back down, and now I can take a look at my data. And sure enough, that is enough to move Magento to the top. So this is a great time to talk about why it's so important to reach consensus when you are selecting your criteria, when you are weighting your criteria, and when you're scoring your decision options against those criteria. Because as you can see, any variation in how you score an option against the weighted criteria could have a dramatic effect on the results. In this case, one moved above the other based on a simple change. So by reaching consensus as the team that's responsible for making this decision, you have undeniably defined how the decision should be made, which is very important. So I hope this series has been helpful for you to understand how to use this tool to reach consensus-based decisions to ultimately make better decisions for you and your company. Thanks for watching.